Ryomen Sukuna. It was just like yesterday. They used to glaze him all the time when it comes to League Night. And the fact that he's still on my mind after, I don't know, 3 years of the manga ending, which is honestly like a feat on its own, is still making me glaze him this hard to this day. Ladies and gentlemen, I really have to be honest with you. I love Ryomen Sukuna. Now the last video, aka my first video, is pretty rough when it comes to quality, but this time it will be at least organized for my glorious king, of course. Alright, so Joe Stands, you got me. You got me red-handed. Because yes, I am defending a grown-ass man fighting a teenager. That's right, I said it. I'm not gonna say otherwise. Because that man was not fighting no ordinary teenager. Oh no, no, no. He's in fact fighting his own nephew, the Prince of Black Sparks himself, Yuji goddamn Itadori. If not for the merger teaser during the arc, I would have bet $20 and hell, $20 again, even if I go back in time. Look, I know it's a shonen manga and everything, and I'm not really expecting a Disney X Kaisen ending, but like, you gotta understand, the hype was there, man. Sukuna could have been the first shonen villain to win. It's so sad, it really is. But, by the by, today at the corner of this side of YouTube will be a story that you heard about all the time, of a boy who never knew love, a boy who was born into sin. He's only here for a good time, but never a long time. Come on guys, it's only like 1,000 years. The boy's name? I don't think we ever got his real name, but I do know his Heian era name, and his name is... Now, before we get into the Shinjuku showdown, I'll have to tell you about the origins of the real Sukuna folklore. Sukuna was first mentioned in the Nihon Shoki, a document compiled by the imperial family in 720, in the Nara period. It said that he was labeled a rebel who refused to bow to the imperial seat. Also, he was so much of a rebel he slaughtered thousands upon thousands of people, racking up thousands and thousands of bodies. The carnage did not end until the emperor shogun named Take Furukuma no Mikoto, killing him for good. Alright, sounds reasonable. Sounds like the Sukuna I know. But surprisingly, there is another Sukuna story. On the northern part of Japan's Gifu Prefecture, there is the Hida province, and this Sukuna specifically is like the complete opposite of what we see in the story I've read so far. Apparently, the mythical figure Ryomen Sukuna is worshipped as a guardian over there at the Hida province. Legend says, though, he introduced Buddhism to the people of Hida and built an ancient temple of Sekuji. Another story says he slew an evil dragon and was one of the incarnations of the Bodhisattva of mercy. Yo, Flacco, can you double check on that for me? Ironic once we compare the one in the manga. So there is a way to save everyone. Huh? Just need some curse energy, right? Yeah, but... Hey. What? You idiot! Don't do it! That's a special grade cursed object. It's lethal poison. He's gonna die. But there's 1 in a million chance.
I knew it! The light feels best in the flesh! Cursed flesh is so boring. So now, where are the people, the women? What a wonderful era to be reawakened. Women and children are crawling everywhere like maggots. How marvelous! It'll be a massacre!
Now, I know that sounds bad, but what an introduction. Fearsome, unsettling, crazy. and he was serious about all of it. Then he was humbled by Gojo, the blue-eyed king himself, which I won't cover today, but eventually, when I get my editing skills up, I'll promise I'll make a really good video about him. But Sukuna, why do I want to glaze him so much when he also said this? Time for the second round. Junpei. Junpei, get it together. I'm gonna help you. Sukuna. What? I'll do anything you want. This is just like when you fixed my heart. Please help Junpei. No. Oh? Why you? Good. He's forgotten the binding vow. How wonderful. You're mine, your future, and everything you will ever possess. You don't have a say in this. You're helpless. So sad. You're so pathetic, you stupid brat. Yuji, why? Oh my god, already dead? I transfigured him a little aggressively, I guess. Fucker. Now that's the reason why I'm glazing him. He's speaking like a true villain, and he stays consistent with it too. He really doesn't care about anything besides a good time and some good food. Alright, now Shibuya was a different incident. Alright, corny jokes aside, I love the writing choices that Gege did, because in the beginning of the series, it was just boring. Oh my god. Personally, the introduction of Todo was really carrying me through the series at the time. Just like My Hero Academia, if you just turn off your brain and pretend you've never heard or watched an anime or manga before, it's gonna be a good time. Sukuna makes I think 3 appearances in the Shibuya incident, and all 3 of them were very solid. But his second appearance, now that's where he shines. That's all 10, which means Itadori's consumption is at least 15 fingers. So you're alive. What a pain. You have a second. Move. Holy shit. Holding your head's a little high, don't you think? You thought kneeling on one knee would be enough? The bouts that bear the most hang the lowest. But it seems your head doesn't bear much. His very presence demands respect. Demands a good time. Demands me? Too much? Yeah, too much. Suffice to say that Sukuna really is one of my favorite villains, only because he's so goddamn entertaining. His lack of empathy really makes him stand out when we also talk about the inner demon trope. Instead of a giant fox who helps you out from time to time, he has a narcissistic serial murderer who won't lift a finger. Instead of your sword admitting defeat, he never will. Instead of having any redeemable qualities, he rejects it all. But wait, there's more. Alright, you can't blame me for being excited to talk about the Shinjuku Showdown, alright? Ever since I started this YouTube channel, I want to throw my dollar in the hat. I don't think you're gonna hear anything new from me, but there's plenty of other YouTube videos that could explain the Shinjuku Showdown better than me, but I just love to highlight the stuff that I really love about this arc. Also, shout out to Hexel. He's the one with the amazing animation, link in the description below. I just want to say this right now. If you're looking for a person to explain the Gojo versus Sukuna fight, you are asking the wrong guy. But I will link another video by Zephyr. It's like almost 4 years old, I think, and it's still an amazing video. Honestly, one of my top 3 videos from his channel. But anyway, I'll be holding on to that part of the Sukuna raid. I will definitely be reviewing it later on in the future in the Gojo GLAZE video, so stick around for that. After chapter 235, Sukuna could not catch a break. He will eventually run into, that's right, the god of lightning, Kashimo. Now looking back at this fight, it's actually not that bad. It's just the fact that at the end of the day, Kashimo is just another Sukuna victim, even when he is stated to be a special grade. But Flaco, my boy, this one's for you, buddy. Kabutoke. Just like the good old days. Did you become the strongest sorcerer, or were you born that way? Beats me, but I bet I was a creepy kid. If you've never known weakness, how can you interact with others, or let alone show kindness? I couldn't do it. Others were brittle clothes of earth to me. So, tell me, must strength make one lonely? Are the strong cursed to wander the earth in search of limitless power? Greedy bastard. I'll tell you. So, bring it on, deep-hearted spirit. So then after Kashimo gets the upper hand on Meguna, he transforms into his prime, the walking calamity. His Heian era leaked into the modern age, disturbing the bounds of time with just Jujutsu itself. With a stomach that can chant while the other hands are free to do whatever as they please, Kashimo lost control, resembling my personal reality if I saw him in real life. Death by GLAZE. After a philosophy talk in the afterlife, it is basically stated that Sukuna will do whenever he pleases, when he pleases. Because why wouldn't you, if you were him? Who's gonna check him? You? Me? We catch on what's happening. The plan was to not let Sukuna use his Jujutsu anymore by taking it away with this guy's cursed ability. His name is Higuruma. With the help of his domain expansion and Yuji, everything would just turn out smooth. They've successfully taken his curse technique and killed him right there and then with the Executioner's Blade, is what I would say. Instead of Sukuna's curse technique, they've taken his curse tool, because of the Japanese law. Thank you, Japan. With Higuruma being only a 2-month-old sorcerer, Sukuna has taken advantage of his non-experience by dismembering both of his arms and forcing him to use RCT, just to show you again that Sukuna is on that timing. Higuruma was teleported out by Wee Wee, and then we get to the next fight. In my opinion, this had to be one of the most anticipated fights I ever wanted. It checked all the boxes for me. A good fight with Yuji and Yuta, two of the most important and impactful characters in the series, Rika showing off on what she can finally do, Sukuna genuinely backing up to a corner. It really was very exciting to see. Also, we got to see the Majin kick again after like almost 100 chapters, but after all that, after spitting blood on his face, ripping out his creepy ass stomach top, and landing a decisive Jacob's ladder on him, it was finally time for Megami to wake up. Yuji and Yuta's calculations weren't wrong regarding the structure of the soul, but enough already. That's enough, please. Scale of the Dragon, Recoil, Twin Meteor. Sukuna defeated him mentally, so well that Megami even gave up on his own life He legitimately might be one of the best villains ever. Makima slides into the domain, stabbing Sukuna's heart. But one problem with that plan. He still isn't dead, making it so his cursed energy will continue pumping his heart. I shouldn't say heart, I should say blood. Maki fights him for a little bit until she takes 3 different angles of a black flash on National Women's Day, unlocking 120% of his potential. No matter who tried to step up, he welcomes her with open arms, because that's how he shows love. That's how he shows his kindness. Because in his own words, if that isn't loving and kindness, then what is? It took Yuji to step up to the plate, hitting him with more and more chains of the black flashes. That's the reason I call him personally the Prince of Black Sparks. Sukuna became genuinely furious and opened up his domain, Malevolent Shrine, destroying anybody in a 200-meter radius. 99 seconds. It took 99 seconds to finish its domain expansion, and just when everything seems to be doom and gloom, it became even worse. The slashes stopped raining down. Something small and bright started shining in the sky.
Alan, we are so...
For what it's worth, it did take a life, Choso's life. But some things last forever. The bonds we share along the way, it can be shared from one brother to another. Aoi Todo steps in with an upgraded version of his curse technique called Boogie Woogie, which basically you could just switch any object that is imbued with curse energy back and forth into different places. But that donut is going to be glazed another day. So now you know why Sukuna is one of my favorite characters in general in fiction. Hopefully the editing is to your liking, and leave some feedback whenever you can. Alright, I almost forgot to mention, there was one more cool thing that Sukuna did in the Shinjuku showdown, and it's when he hits another black flash on another character. I forgot his name, put him on the screen. Looking back at the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen, I realized that in my opinion, it's a lot better than I remembered. I really do like the fact that in Yuji's little domain interaction that he had with Sukuna at the end. I don't know why, but like a quiet moment in that like chaotic mess of a situation just kind of brings out the life in the art, I guess. Especially when Yuji tries to bond with Sukuna, of all people, and see the error of his ways, but obviously that didn't work. Like, I could just feel the rage off of him, He's consistent. He really is consistent. That's all I have to say. In what he does, in life, hell, even in the afterlife. He's just going to be him at the end of the day. But anyway, it's getting late. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good night.